Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, this is the fourth video lecture. We will discuss here array of records. I mentioned here that I am restricted to only 10 minutes video as my recording software doesn't go beyond that. So I will give you short video lectures, and I hope it will be easy for you to absorb. Array for structure is like is defined like any other array. For example, integer array, character type array, float array. So there is no difference in syntax. This is useful when we use a collection of records that hold multiple data fields. As we can see here, we have given an example of student rec, that is a structure type. It has four components: student name, GPA, exam score. Exam score is an array itself with four components with a size of 4. 4 exam scores can be stored here, and then there is a grade scores grade, that is a grade type, and grade type is an enumeration type which has these grades. Now we declare a grade book, which is a structured variable of student rec type, comprising of 150 students, as maximum student is a constant we have already defined here with a value of 150. So this is a variable which is a record type, as we have declared it as an array. So if we visualize how the different elements can be accessed, as we know, arrays are always started from 0 index and go up to n-1. So here we have 150 records, so it will go from 0 to 149. So the first slot here, a link is available to the first record of the student rec, and second slot will have a link to the second record of the student rec variable. If we want to access the components, then we should first mention the variable name. Then as this is for structure, name will be the grade book, and it's 0 slot, 1 slot, and 2 slot. So we have to access the third slot, we will mention 2, as here we have used 2 for all the components. So to access the student name, we will use grade book, and within the subscript 2 has been used dot student name, then GPA, and then the exam score. Exam score is itself is an array, so we have to use here square brackets for which slot you are taking value. So here we must use square brackets as well. So, and then the course grade. Likewise, if we want to access the last record, then we must use the subscript 149. 149 will be used to access the components of that last record. So dot notation is used to access, as we have already discussed in structures, that to access the components of a structure member, we use the dot notation. In array of record, just we will use the subscript as we have discussed in this slide. It array which slot record is required. So if the third record is required, then we will use the subscript 2. Exam score, as I mentioned previously, that exam score is an array itself. So here we will use the subscript for accessing its particular slot. Zero index means the first slot is here mentioned. To print the name of each student in the class, we will then use the loop. Here we have used for loop. So count control variable is used. Initially its value is 0, while count is less than 150. Count is incremented, and we just display the grade book, then the 0 as count initially 0, then student name, and it will be displayed. So it will display the name of 150 students. As the loop will be complete, so we will get the name of the 150 students. Here we have a complete program that has used an array of record. Here we have a person rec, which is a struct type. It has 3 components: last name, first name, which are string type, and age, that is integer type. Then we have this driver program, as I already told you that in my previous videos, that the program where a structure has been used, the program is called a driver program for that particular structure. Here the structure is person rec. This person rec is used in this program, so we can say that main program is a driver program of the person rec structure. So here we have declared a variable people, which is a person rect, and it has 10 size, 10 number of people will be the data will be collected. Here we have used the for loop. It start from 0 and go up to 9. So I have guided the user into the first name. So first 0 slot, the first record is being stored. Then I is incremented, so I values becomes 1. So the second record is being recorded, and likewise until the whole records are completed. The loop will continue. Then we want to display whether all the information are available in the structured variable people or not. So we have used this loop, as we have used an array of records. For that purpose we will use an array. We will use a loop to scan the whole slots of the array. So the first at 0 location, we have the link available to the first record. So the first record components elements will be displayed. Then I will be